Good morning, one and all. Welcome to our online class, as well as I welcome to our social studies. Coming to the last topic, we discussed about the jigsaw puzzle or moving plates. Okay, what is mean by plates? Our scientists and geologists, is those who are studying about the earth, are pointed out that the oceans and continents actually situated on a massive base of rocks called plates. And they told that the plates are moving very slowly. When one plate is moved towards another plate and it goes under the mantle, this pushes and the remaining plate pushes up. This creates a folded young mountains, while the other push it up to form a chain of mountains is called plate tectonics. Okay, and also we discussed about the sea floor spreading. Scientists pointed out that the crust under the sea discovered under some oceans like Pacific Oceans, we have a mid-ocean ridges. These are formed because of lava which are rising from the mantle, creates a new ocean floor made up of basalt rock crust formed on the planet. This fresh crust being pulled away, widening the ocean basin, which is called sea floor spreading. And also we discussed about the margin at the drama. When one plate is pushed towards another stable plate, then remaining plate will go under the stable plate towards the mantle, which is under the plate, and became molten due to the heat which are present in the mantle. This is which create a new ocean floor called sea floor spreading. This formed the new ocean floor near the ridges. If you see our inner plateau, which is moved towards the northeast side towards the Eurasian plateau and collide with the Eurasian plateau with a lot of pressure, then a young folded Himalayas are created in the north and northeast region. Near the boundaries, there will be a lot of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes will occur. And there is a lot of earthquake prone zones and volcanic prone zones are located. This is a topic. Okay, coming to the today topic, slow movements and sudden movements. Before the class, we learned about the two sections of changes in lithosphere. The very slow movements for the formation of the crust. The slow movements for the formation of the crust. The movement of the continental plates is done very slowly. Continental plates dips under the mantle. This also a slow movements. And what are the sudden movements? Volcanoes and earthquakes are called sudden movements. These sudden movements can distract and damage effectively, cause lot of damage. Okay, what I told for the slow movements, a very slow movements for the formation of the crust. We discussed about the moving of the continental plates and also which are eventually dips under the mantle. These are the slow movements. And coming to the sudden movements, earthquakes and volcanoes are called sudden movements. These sudden movements can distract and cause a lot of damage. Okay, they also lead to change the landforms also. Okay, coming to the volcanoes. Okay, coming to the next topic about the volcanoes. Okay, you saw the picture in your textbook about the volcanoes. What do you mean by volcanoes? Okay, volcanoes are places on the earth surface. Okay, volcanoes are the places on the earth surface where molten material from the mantle comes on the earth surface. Okay, volcanoes are places on the earth surface where the molten materials from the mantle which comes out of the earth surface is called volcanoes. Okay, in this molten material which is coming out of the volcanoes, we have the steam, smoke, and there will be various types of gases. Okay, when the molten material comes out of the volcano, comes out of the earth, you have a steam, smoke, and number of various gases. The smoke, dust, and ash spreads out of the atmosphere, while the molten material which came out of the earth cools down and forms a hard rock is called igneous rocks. Very very good. Igneous rocks. The molten material cools down and forms a hard rock. That rock is called igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. Okay. This is about the introduction of the volcanoes. What is the definition of the volcanoes? Okay. Volcanoes are places on the earth's surface in which the molten materials in the form of mantle comes out of the earth's surface is called volcanoes. In these molten materials which are coming out of the earth's surface, we have the various gases, steam and smoke. The dust, smoke and ash which spreads out of the atmosphere, and the molten materials cools down and forms the hard rock is called igneous rocks. So just now we discussed about the volcanoes. Coming to the next topic about the intrusive landforms and extrusive landforms. Okay, some part of the lava will not reach on the surface of the earth. That type of landform is called intrusive landforms. Okay, the intrusive landforms means some part of lava will not reach the earth's surface, may cool under the surface and becomes rocks is called intrusive landforms. Very very important. What is meant by intrusive landforms? Some part of the lava will not reach on the surface of the earth. It may be cool under the surface and becomes rocks. This type of landforms is called intrusive landforms. Coming to the extrusive landforms, a part of lava which comes on the surface of the earth forms extrusive landforms. Okay, the lava which will come on the surface of the earth is called extrusive landforms. The lava will not come on the surface of the earth but cools under the earth is called intrusive landforms. If these extrusive landforms, not all of the landforms came due to volcanoes, in the form of fissures, means pagulu. In the form of fissures, and along with the fissures the lava comes and spread. If you take an example of Deccan Plateau, and you can see in the pictures, they given the important volcanoes in the world. What are they? Stromboli, in which country? Sicily. Mount Pelee, West Indies. Barren and Narcondam in India. These are the volcanic origins. Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. Cotopaxi in Ecuador. Mayan in Philippines. Okay, these are the important volcanic eruptions in the world. In India, we have the Narcondam and Barren, which is located in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, this you will study in the 10th class, first chapter. To this topic of Pacific Ring of Fire. Okay, for the many decades, the scientists have pointed out that more and more volcanoes and earthquakes are happening in the Pacific Rim. Almost 3/4 of the volcanoes are occurring in the Pacific Rim only. If you take the all active volcanoes in the world, Almost for every 4 active volcanoes, 3 are occurring in this Pacific Rim only. Okay, you can see in the picture. Provided the explanation that near the plate boundaries there will be a lot of earthquakes and volcanoes. Eruptions take place, and I told there will be a earthquake and volcanoes prone zones are located. Thus the earthquakes and volcanoes are occurred more and more. Thus we given the name Pacific Ring of Fire. Okay, are you understood, children? Once again I am saying, for many decades the scientists have pointed out that the volcanic eruptions and earthquakes are occurred in this Pacific Rim only. Pacific Rim is the edge of the Pacific Ocean basin. Okay. Almost 3/4 of the active volcanoes which are present in the world are occurred in this Pacific Rim only. The theory of plate tectonics provides the expression that near the plate boundaries we have the lot of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions takes place. And I also told near the plate boundaries we have a lot of earthquakes and volcanic prone zones are located. Okay. Thus they given the name Pacific Ring of Fire. Now the map in the textbook. Okay, 3/4 is important. Okay, coming to the next topic, external processes. External processes. We saw how rocks and mountains rising up due to internal processes. External processes like water and wind. Water and wind are the external processes. The external processes of water and wind rise to a great diversity in the present day landforms. Once again I am saying, I will show the picture. No it over, I will show the picture. Okay, I told just now only the external processes like wind and water rise to the great diversity of present day landforms. These external processes like water and wind wear away the surface of rocks and mountains. Okay, the external process water and wind wear away, transport the worn out particles, deposit them in a lowlands and basins. This process of wearing away kottukoni povodam and deposition causes a leveling of the surface. Okay, the shaping of landforms by wind and water is called third order landforms. The shaping of the landforms by wind and water is called third order landforms. We completed the first order landforms, oceans and continents, second order landforms, mountains, plains and plateaus, and the third order landforms which are shaped by the wind and water is called third order landforms. Example, curved mountains. Mountains comes under second order landforms, curved mountains comes under third order landforms, and delta, sand dunes, etc. are called third order landforms. Processes like weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition are largely responsible for these landforms. This is the weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition. This is known as a denudation process. Okay, denudation process. Denudation. The external processes wear away means taripovodam. Wear away surface of rocks and mountains. Whatever the worn out particles from the mountains and rocks will deposit in the lowlands and cause a leveling of the surface. And also I told Okay, the shaping of the landforms by wind and water is called third order landforms. Very, very important. And what are the examples of third order landforms? Okay, third order landforms will come by shaping of wind and water. Road mountains, deltas, sand dunes, etc. Processes of weathering, erosion, deposition and transportation. These four are the responsible for the formation of third order landforms. Very, very important. In the next topic, we will discuss about the weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition. Okay, these are the responsible for the third order landforms, and this is called denudation process. It is a continuous process. The lowlands, what we see today is mountains and plateaus only because of wind and water, but it takes a lot of years and time. Okay, by this denudation process, a lot of changes will occur in the landforms. Changes occurs very slowly. And next, a process through which mountains, plains and plateaus keep on changing is called erosion cycle or geomorphic cycle. Underline everyone. In the last of the external process you have a process through which mountains, plains and plateaus are changing is called geomorphic cycle or erosion cycle. Okay, this is it for the today class. Hope you understood very well. What we discussed, first we discussed about the slow movements and the sudden movements. Which are slow movements? Moving the continental plates are called slow movements, and plates will go under of the mantle. That is also a slow movements. Which are called sudden movements? Earthquakes and volcanoes are called sudden movements. It causes a lot of damage for us. And next we discuss about the volcanoes. We discuss the Pacific Ring of Fire. 3/4 of the volcanoes are occurred in this Pacific Ocean basin only. And next we discuss about the external processes. In that we discuss the third order landforms which are formed by shaping the wind and water. And also we discuss about the geomorphic or erosion cycle, the process in which mountain, plains and plateaus changing take place is called erosion cycle or geomorphic cycle. Okay, this is it for the today class. Hope you understood very well. Okay, whatever the important points I told, try to underline in the textbook. Okay, thank you.